So, you know we about to timestamp it. It's May 30th, 2026, and it's approximately 6:26 p.m. on that eastern side. We done flipped and post, so it might be western. Then again, y'all know I don't know, but I know one goddamn thing. On that birth certificate or the certificate of live birth, they put our names in all caps. Yes, they did. Go look at your birth certificate. So that means that they were standing on business when they named us. So I'm D'Amica. It is definitely time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. We're about to open up some portals and we're about to reveal some truths. But before we do that, let me explain to you what this transmission is going to be about. So this transmission is definitely going to be about gang stalking. And as you can see by the thumbnail, as you can definitely see by the title here, we're going to tap into some gang stalking. What is gang stalking? Are you being gang stalked? And why? Why are you being gang stalked? So let's go ahead and get ready to light my candle here. This one is Bloom, where you are planted. All right. Pure white candle here, and then we're going to light this incense. This one is Musk Magic from Blunt Effects here. All right, and let's go ahead and ring our bell. We got the Sunville Sounds bell that we're going to ring the bell while we welcome in these energy. Light our incense, light our candle. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and welcome in these energies. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, let's welcome in these energies. We got gang stalkers in the energy. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We got some gang stalkers here. Welcome, welcome to the frequency. Welcome to the energy. Yes, we are looking for messages. We want to know, what are gang stalking? What is that? Why are they gang stalking us? Are we even being gang stalking? Could it be a psychosis? We don't know, Divine. We want your divine messages. We thank you, Divine and Spirit. Yeah, so this is extra special to me because, as you should know by now, when I come up with confirmation on top of a confirmation, when I come up with a lot of these transmissions lately, it's been because of what I've been feeling in the energy and within my own energetic frequency here. So gang stalking here, it's definitely been coming up. It's a feeling, it's happening. But could it also be psychosis for some of us? Or could some of us be being gang stalked because we were the gang stalkers? We don't know. We're going to tap into the definition of what gang stalking is. And then we're also going to tap into a hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards read. Okay. We're going to tap into a tarot read. And then we're going to tap into some oracle deck. We might tap into some buzzed, incoherent poetry for Neanderthal, but whatever it is, let's get on with the definition of gang stalking before we tap into this tarot read. Ashe. All right, so the definition of gang stalking, I clearly typed in signs you are being gang stalked. Okay, so what does that mean? Recognizing if you or a loved one is experiencing stalking involves identifying a persistent, unwanted pattern of behavior, such as being followed, being monitored, or continually harassed that causes fear or emotional distress. So, concrete signs of the gang stalking is unwanted communication, repeated unsolicited calls, text messages, emails, or messages across social media platforms, even after you have them to stop. Physical following, being repeatedly followed in public or having individual continuously show up uninvited at your home, workplace, or recreational spot. Third party inquiries, someone repeatedly approaching your friends, family, or co-workers to gather personal information about your daily routines or your whereabouts. Property tampering or surveillance, signs that your personal belongings, your car, your home, it has been disturbed, vandalized, or secretly monitored. Discovering things like hidden cameras, GPS tracking devices, or unexplained items left for you. We also have direct threats, making direct or indirect threats of harm to you, your pets, or any of your loved ones. And then signs of when you should seek help. Now, me, I reach out to divine and I reach out to spirit, okay? And I reach out to the same energies that they sent my way. Oh, I just alchemized that shit and I send it right back to whomever sent it my way, right? But when should you seek help? Right? So document everything. Keep a detailed factual log of dates, times, locations, and descriptions of the suspicious behaviors or the individuals, along with screenshots or photos if it's safe to do so. Contact law enforcement. Now, a lot of times, law enforcement is absolutely involved here, especially in certain cases. And they telling me to reach out to Prince William County Police Department, and also National Resources is here, like Spark, Stalking Prevention Awareness and Resource Center. I disagree with all of them. I feel like once you get them involved, it makes it worse. So for me, I reach out to Divine and Spirit, and yeah, because I've reached out to a lot of police departments. I've reached out to FBI. I've reached out to Internet Crimes Control. I've reached out to a lot of entities out here in regard to receiving some type of support or help here. So then I was resulted into just reaching straight into Divine and Spirit. All right, so now we're here for some tarot. And we got an idea as to what is gang stalking. Comment below if you have a different definition or a different perspective as to what gang stalking is, okay? So with this read, we already found out what is gang stalking, right? So within this read, we're going to be tapping into 3 storylines. 13 portals are going to come out. They're all going to tell 3 different storylines. Within the 3 different storylines, it's going to be the past, present, and future. That 13th portal is going to be our final messages in regard to what is gang stalking and why. Why are some of us actually being gang stalked here, okay? So thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're here with the Divine Collective energy here. Most of them ain't even tap in yet, but they'll be here or they'll catch this later on in the transmission here. But let's go ahead and tap in here. All right, so thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. I get excited. What is gang stalking, and are we even being gang stalked? Let's get 3 storylines out here, and maybe you can resonate with one of them. Keep in mind, if nothing resonates, then that's okay. You're just here for entertainment purposes, right? But if it don't resonate, don't try to make it, okay? If it does not fit in within your life, within your realm, within your world, don't make it fit, or else you will be inviting these shadows directly into your life, into your realm, into your world. Let's get into it. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on in this energy? Oh, I saw that one shoot straight out. First storyline. In the beginning, the Empress is coming out reversed. What's up, y'all? I read the comments at the end. What's up, everyone? What's up, beloved? So the Empress is coming out reversed. So for the first storyline, your Empress is coming out reversed here, right? So someone is having issues with nurturing themselves, right? So they decided to start gang stalking people because of emptiness, because of a creative block, because they're disconnected from their nature or their creativity. There we go. Let's see what's going on with the second storyline in the beginning. Oh, shit. That just flipped right on over here. So in the beginning, someone's star is reversed. In the beginning, they decided to gang stalk because they were disconnected. There was a lack of faith. The star is reversed. So they are suggesting that you lose faith. You lose hope, right? They want you disconnected from source because they're connected from source. They have the inability to see light ahead. All right, let's see what's going on with this third storyline here. In the past, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. In the past, the moon is reversed. So why are they gang stalking here? Because they have a darker and more negative aspect of life that is present. They're confused and they are unhappy here. It's time for them to confront the shadows and the dark and embrace this intuitive period in order for them to have clarity here. But they are misinterpreting their feelings here. They're confused, right? And they're starting for some, the confusion has started to dissipate, but there's negative energies there. But for some, it's slowly fading. So in the beginning here, they had a darker and more negative aspect of life that was definitely present. That moon came reversed there. All right, so let's see. With this first storyline, the first card that came out, the first portal that came out was the Empress reversed. For some reason, I am like having this, somebody wants me to forget saying shit. And it's been happening for like 3 days. I ain't gonna lie. But I keep on pushing through it. But whatever, that's why I'm making these transmissions too, as far as the gang stalking, because it's more than just physical gang stalking here. They have things like EMF control, right? Electronic magnetic field control, where they can do shit electronically to try to fuck with your frequency. So keep that in mind too, okay? So in the beginning, somebody's having their creative block, and now they're trying to gang stalk someone because they're not blocked creatively. Let's see what else is going on here. So excuse me if I'm like mumbling off over my words or if I seem disconnected. It definitely ain't that. It could be a push and a pull on the frequency. So the next one that's coming out here under that Empress reverse energy is your Five of Swords, and it's coming out reversed here. Okay. So with your Five of Swords coming out reversed, this is like the Aquarius energy. Okay. So somebody wants to reconcile and compromise. Somebody else wants to move on, and there's an end of conflicts because they're learning from the defeat. So for some, they're trying to find ways to make peace and move forward here, but it's coming right after this Empress reverse energy. And this is present time too, right? So it could be the one that was that had issues nurturing themselves, that wants to come in and make peace and move forward. But the only way that that can happen is if they make peace within themselves and they move forward in their own direction here. It's no need for them to try to come back towards someone. Let's just get back into it though. All right, so second storyline here is someone started off in despair. It was disconnection, a lack of faith here. That star, it came reversed. Remember that? So it was like a suggestion of them losing faith here, and they was disconnected from source. A lot of disconnection from source here involved with this gang stalking here, right? So the next card that's coming out is this Two of Cups is coming reversed here. So this is Cancerian energy. The Cancer said, what up, Cancer? What up, Aquarius? What's up, y'all? Aquarius out here twice. You got a star out here, right? So this is talking about imbalance within a relationship here, disharmony within a relationship, one-sided feelings, right? Separation, miscommunication instead of a partnership. It's like this. It's going, look at this shit. Look at this shit here. God damn it. I tried to hide that bitch. Disconnected, imbalance within their relationship. So then in this third storyline over here, in the beginning, somebody was having this darker and more negative aspect within their life, okay? And it's very present. They're misinterpreting their feelings. That moon came reversed. So then the hangman is also coming reversed. Look at this shit here. God damn. So within this gang stalking community, somebody is sacrificing too much energy and time, and they get nothing in return. It's an absolute standstill with no explanation, right? Because it's not the right time and it's not the right option at all. They need to change their train of mindset and what they're doing here, but they're not. It's causing failed investments. The career move is not working. And this is in regard to gang stalking here. It's time for them to consider new ideas and perspectives and embrace the changes that's needed. All right, so over here in this first storyline, this is present time now. So it started off with this very strong, powerful energy that is disconnected from their own nature, from creativity. They're very empty and dependent, right? So now it's like you got this energy of somebody trying to find ways to reconcile and shit, like, and they want to compromise, but somebody else is moving on because they like, look, it's the end of conflicts, but you go your way, I'm gonna go my way. It ain't even no hard feelings, but somebody else is trying to press this issue. So then you got the Knight of Cups coming out reversed here, okay? So you got the water element out here, but the motherfucking water is poured out because somebody is overly jealous and they want to take charge in this energy too. Present time. They're very moody and emotional here, okay? They have allowed their emotions to control their life, and it's the situation, it seems like it's appealing at first, but it's quickly turning fucking south. It's like a passive aggressive partner. They're avoiding confrontations at work and society. They just in this avoidance state because they're being caught over something here. They're very moody and emotional. Okay, incapacity to take action. They jump into conclusions here. They're making judgment without any facts, and they're trying to avoid financial decisions. Again, present time here. Take what resonate, leave the rest. You could be just here for entertainment purposes, but I do be channeling some energy. I'm just trying to warn you. So now we got in this second storyline in the present time. They're dealing with this imbalanced relationship, right? That miscommunication, somebody's separated or somebody is separating due to these one-sided feelings and that disharmony in a relationship. And this one person is looking at somebody else like, you don't even have faith in yourself. How do you expect me to have faith within you? Type of situation, right? God damn. So the Five of Pentacles came out reversed. All right. So what this is saying is brightness is coming into someone else's life at like it's like a light at the end of their tunnel here. All right. So if we're talking about that Five of Pentacles coming out reverse here, we're talking about maybe somebody that's a Taurus. Okay. So or not necessarily, they don't have to be a Taurus, but this is like that Taurus energy, right? And it's also saying the worst is now over, but changes don't happen overnight. Take time to regain your strength. Slowly recover from all illnesses here, because again, somebody is walking away, but this is that message for that person that is walking away from that imbalanced relationship here. Okay, because you will have an improved life and an improved love life here, but you have to regain that love within yourself. Whatever's going on, regain stability in terms of poverty, health, relationships, finance, and business. You'll be able to start paying off them debts that motherfucker put you in. All right, so now over here in this third storyline, present time, right? Somebody was left with this energy of an absolute standstill. No explanation. It's got something to do with the gang stalking, because it's not the right option. They shouldn't have been doing that. It's causing procrastination. It's causing them to have failed investments. And this is talking about investments like as far as ascending spiritually here. Fuck this physical shit. Somebody is not getting is not ascending in rank here, okay? Somebody is losing rank here, okay? If that makes sense here. Because they've sacrificed too much energy and time, getting nothing in return. They're getting pushed into a dark night of the soul. And this is a spiritual one here, because it's time for them to consider new ideas and perspectives. They must embrace the changes that's needed. All right, so the Seven of Pentacles is coming out. Okay, so what your Seven of Pentacles is saying is who? That Taurus. God damn. Taurus came back out. God damn, Taurus. We're going to do a read for Taurus in a little bit here. But this is talking about, for some, you're going to harvest your rewards from the results of your growth, your progress here. You understand what I'm saying? Perseverance. Bring that ass here. That patience, that planning here. Your hard work and your discipline, it's paying off. Okay, you are not confined to seeing results in the short term. You have long-term visions here. You're taking a slow and steady win to this race. You're ready to invest in finances, love, and health. All this other shit that happened. So in the beginning, for some, you may have had that darker and more negative aspect of life that was present here, okay? And you was confused. But then you went through the dark night of soul. You started gaining this clarity. While you gain that clarity, hear me out and hear me out good. You realize that you would sacrifice too much of your time and energy on shit that had nothing to do with you, right? You was getting nothing in return because that wasn't your energy, right? Whatever it was not your energy. So you were told it's time to consider new ideas and perspectives, and you must embrace the changes that's needed, right? Because it's a failed investment. It was procrastination, whatever it was, only you know what it was. And you did exactly that. I said that. Somebody going through the dark night of the soul, and goddamn, if you ain't come out in the Seven of Pentacles, baby. Yeah. Saying that your hard work and discipline is paying off. So maybe you're questioning a lot of things while you're going through that dark night of the soul. That's normal. We all do. Yeah. Pose a question. Within that moment, you pose a question, right? And you will receive the answers that you need. Yes, because you are not confined to seeing results in short term. You have long-term visions. Ashe. All right, so let's see what's going on. Let's see how all of this is going to end out here. So we're looking at present time, and we're going to hit on that first storyline here. And how is this going to end out here? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. This is beautiful so far. In regards to the gang stalking now, we know what gang stalking is. We're kind of getting the idea and the gist as to why some of us are being gang stalked here, okay? Now we want to see how the fuck we about to finalize this on out. I thank you, Divine, and I thank you, Spirit. Let's get into it. Let's see how this is going to end out. Bring that ass here. Don't try to go away. We done got to we done hit the past, hit the present. Now what's going on? What should we expect? First storyline. Thank you, Divine. The devil. Look at this motherfucker here. That's a bad motherfucker say, So remember that Empress reverse energy, that one with that creative block, that emptiness. They was disconnected from their nature and creativity. And then remember those that moved on, right? He was like, fuck that. I'm moving on. I don't want to have nothing to do with this energy. That same Empress reverse energy started taking charge and being overly jealous. This is why the devil here. The devil telling you what they become a slave to this motherfucker. The devil got that ass. They become a slave to materialism. They have the impulse to indulge in luxurious living, right? That greed, that lust. This is what the problem was. Yes, it is. Yes, devil said they don't owe me nothing. They gave me everything I need. God damn, they going down. God, they was led down a rabbit hole and they don't know how to come out. They're in the mental prison. Oh my God, their addiction is leaving them powerless and entrapped. They have no control over their thoughts, urges, or actions due to this goddamn gang stalking here. I'm trying to tell you what I know. Ah, ha, ha. God damn. So to all the gang stalkers, you got the devil on your ass taking charge. Ain't that something? All right, in this second storyline here, I told you bring that ass here because a lot of y'all try to run this shit from the truth. Fuck that. Either way, the energy gonna tell you what it is. It's called karma. What is good or bad? Fuck that. What is that? Fuck that. It's the energy that you fucking put out here in this motherfucking realm. It comes right back to you. So in this second storyline, somebody started off in despair. Remember that? Lack of faith. Their star, it was reversed. The light was gone. They was disconnected from their source. It caused this imbalance within all their relationships. Miscommunication, separation, one-sided feelings. Disharmony too. So then, for those that walked away from these type of relationships or these type of people or entities or choices or thoughts, come on now, speak to them, divine and spirit. Five of Pentacles came out reversed, and it was like brightness is coming into their lives. It is light at the end of the tunnel. The worst is now over, but changes don't happen overnight. Let's see how this is going to end, because they got improved life, period. Love within self is very much so improved. They've regained their stability in terms of poverty, health, relationships, finances, and business. Let's see how this gonna play out. They able to pay off their goddamn debts. Let me hold something. Nigga, information in the description box. Nigga done paid off their debts. I'ma ask. Shit. I'ma ask. Thank you, Divine. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, shit. So the King of Swords coming reverse. Here is the problem. Here's the problem. Sitting right next to that goddamn devil. King Swords ain't going no goddamn where far. Sitting right that devil on his ass. His or her, she, he, them, they, whoever the fuck it is. They misusing their power. They very corrupt. And it's an authority figure here. Talk about gang stalking. They lack structure and discipline. They struggling to maintain order in their life. And they're left sitting inside of this energy. So you got to step the fuck off like you thought, like you're doing. All right, you cannot return because they're harsh, and it's emotional weakness here, and they're struggling with fear, and that's only driving them to this controlling behavior, and they're feeding off of fear too. Yes, the fuck they are. They was able to feed off your fear, but you're not fear anymore. You're not in fear anymore. They don't got nothing to feed off of. Oh shit. All right, so in this third storyline here, right? And then we're going to get the 13th message coming out. And then, of course, we're going to pull on the Oracle deck and see where else we're going to go with it. So, and I also going to do a little read for the Taurus sign. Taurus came out here heavy, too. I just want to see what's going on with Taurus here, okay? So, we got third storyline, how this is going to end. In the beginning, it was this heavy ass energy of confusion, unhappiness. It was telling somebody to confront the shadows that's in the dark. Right? Because the darker and more negative aspects of life are more present here, right? But then they ended up going through the dark night of the soul. While they was going through that dark night of the soul, they figured out, God damn, I've been sacrificing too much energy and too much time getting nothing in return. But why? So it left them in that hangman reverse energy, right? And then Divine Spirit said, what you mean, why? Nigga, it's time for you to consider new ideas and perspectives, right? It's not the right option for you. That was not the right option. It's leaving you at an absolute standstill with no explanations, right? It's time for you to embrace the changes that's needed. And I be damned, a lot of you did that. Because you're able to harvest the rewards from your results, your growth, your progress. You persevered, right? You are not confined to seeing the results in the short term. You have long-term visions. You took that slow and steady win to the race. And guess how your ass ended up? Motherfucker, say roar with me. A roar. God damn it. You ended up in strength. Leo. Woo-wee. I'm a July Leo. So you know I'm excited. You have the inner strength and the fortitude during moments of danger and distress. That is the purpose of the dark nights of the soul. It's like an initiation with divine and spirit there. God damn. You're able to speak your mind. You're resilient. You're very patient, and you're likely to accomplish anything within this energy. You have time for others at your own expense. You're a compassionate person. You have no fear. You have the ability to remain calm and strong through immense struggle. Ain't that about a motherfucker? God damn. Let me hold some information in the description box. It could be a donation. Damn. All right, so let's see what the 13th and the final message is going to be out here, okay? We made it to 1,000 subscribers over here on YouTube, and as soon as I saw 1,000, they dropped it down to 999. But I'll take that goddamn number over anything. God damn, that's a badass number right there. All right, but if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe. Be conscious when you do subscribe. You're gonna see me all up in your algorithm doing something. I'm just saying. So yeah. 13th and final message. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Soon as I saw that 1,000, they took that motherfucker away. It said 1,003. So I cried and everything, y'all. I was like, oh damn, I did it. Cause that ain't no easy shit out here. For some of y'all, it was much easier. But for me, it was a little, I was like, God damn. But consistency, that's what wasn't easy. The consistency. You know what I'm saying? When you wasn't a consistent person, or you wasn't used to believing in yourself, goddamn, it makes a difference. We made it to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all, and thank you to the algorithm, right? Thank you, YouTube. All right, so in the end, 13th and final message here is the Nine of Pentacles is coming reversed here. Goddamn Virgo energy. You crept your ass back out here. We did a quick read for Virgo earlier, just like we're going to do for Taurus. So we got Virgo energy out here, and they're talking about, this is talking about, in the end, you need to be cautious of materialism, babies. Okay? Be cautious about living beyond your means. Be cautious about a fear of solitude here. Be cautious about being dependent on others. No, we're not doing that, right? And be cautious of people wanting to be dependent on you. Fuck that. No. Take it. You got to do things for yourself. That's the only way we're going to learn. Show off without substance here. Yeah. So Nine of Pentacles is coming out reversed as the final message, 13th and final message in regard to hashtag law. So who is that? Come here. Who is that? Motherfucker. Going to open up my motherfucking room door. Not, and motherfucker say who the fuck you are. So that was the 13th and final message. All right. Nine of Pentacles in regard to just tarot. So now we're going to tap into the Oracle deck here. All right, the Oracle deck. Let me see how I want to go. I think we're just going to do overall. Oh, no, I'm lying. Taurus. Bring that ass here, Taurus. Come here real quick, Taurus energy. So for the Taurus energy, right? The Taurus. In the body, the Taurus is going to control your throat, your neck, and your thyroids here, okay? So Taurus energy. Let's see what's going on. 4 portals. Just for the Taurus energy here, okay? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Because we had the 7 of Pentacles that came out here. The 5 of Pentacles came reversed here. And this is why I wanted to pull on that Taurus energy here. For some, brightness is coming into their life. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. The worst is now over. Changes don't happen overnight. But then for some, it's like we're realizing that our hard work is definitely paying off. Right? We had that discipline. We had that perseverance here, okay? We took that slow and steady win to the race. Give us some more information in regard to that Taurus energy that came out here. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see what's going on with the Taurus energy, y'all. Oh, my bad, I forgot to nod. That's important. Make sure you nod. All right, let's see. We need 4 portals. What's going on, Taurus? We got any Taurians out there? What's up? How y'all doing? All right, let's see. We got the Empress energy coming on out here first. That's like the mother of tarot here. Ain't that something? Look at you, beautiful. Taurus energy came on out saying fertility is here. You are very nurturing. You represent abundance. The maternal influence of creation and abundance you are. You are connected with the feminine energy. All right. The next one that came out is that 3 of Swords energy, that Libra. Libra, that balance is coming out here. Oh my God. For some, rejection, betrayal, hurt, and discouragement is here. Imbalanced as Libra. Damn. It's time to think logically and prepare for the experience to minimize the impact of the pain. This is like a third party involvement. Other entities, energies are involved here. Through pain, we learn to avoid mistakes and the suffering that's meant to make us stronger, careful, and vigilant. It's about a breakup or an argument here. Maybe conflicts at work, a loss of assets, but somebody's crying. Somebody crying. This shit is heavy. It's like pain and grief are a normal part of life, making us appreciate what joy and happiness we truly have. So Divine and Spirit is saying they must cry. This sadness and tears, whatever's going on, it must come. God damn, but whatever it is, Think logically and prepare for the experience to minimize the impact of the pain, okay? Whatever's going on. Woo, Three of Swords came out after the Empress. Give me two more Divine and Spirit. In regard to Taurus, take what resonate, leave the rest. I don't need you to be over there being a Taurus talking about the Mika said they rejected and betrayed me and I'm hurt and discouraged or whatever. You let your mind go. No, don't do that, right? The Mika ain't say shit. Divine and Spirit did. All right, so the Queen of Swords coming out here reversed. Taurus, for some, you have this energy of someone being overly emotional. And at the same time, they're easily influenced, okay? This is their mind. God damn. And with that being said, they become bitchy and cold-hearted. This is the element of air here, right? Logic, communication here, right? The mind. They become overly critical with harsh words, very chaotic. They are not only chaotic, but they're misunderstanding. Damn. And they have clouded judgment. It's time for them to seek clarity. So whether this you, Taurus, or this is in your energy, beloved, this is what it is. Give me one more for the Taurus energy. One more for Taurus. What's up, y'all? What's up, beloved? How y'all doing? Give me one more for this Taurus energy before we pull on this Oracle deck. Get your notebook and your pens out if you don't already have it. I would love for you all to do some research with me and study with me. And do some comments below in regard to the reads that I'll be doing. I used to get that a lot within this community. Lately, I've been getting spammed by a lot of these goddamn energy vampires that come on here and they want to talk about this shit right here, like my belly and shit. I don't got time. Look, it's funny and all that nowadays, but I be looking for more intellectual things to talk about other than them coming on here trolling. All right, so give me one more for this Taurus energy here. For I showed them my six-pack one more time, Divine and Spirit. Give me one more, Divine and Spirit, for the Taurus energy, how they going to end out, and make sure it's clear, concise. Make sure ain't nobody out there catching feelings or taking on too much energy here. I used to do that a lot. Ooh, what's that? Hangman coming reversed again. Look, remember that came out earlier in the read. Somebody sacrificing too much and not getting nothing in return here. Okay, so what does this one say? So this Hangman that came reversed is, yeah, somebody's stalling. And they're resistant. They're refusing to make the necessary sacrifices. Whether this is you, Taurus, or this is in your energy, somebody's unwilling to see the different perspectives. Very indecisive. Oh, man, damn. All right, so now let's get some oracle messages on out here. I'm telling you, somebody's fucking with my throat, my mind. Oh, shit. Did we have a new moon or something? I'm telling you, a retrograde. Did I miss one? Because I'm not paid the way I've been glitching out my motherfucking self. The fuck wrong? And I got a soul. That's the problem. I'm like, what is going on? But anyway, let's get this oracle deck on out here, y'all, and see what's going on in the energy. And regardless of whatever's going on, remember to keep yourself pure and embrace whatever that moment is. You can't hide from it, you know, and you can't deny it. Just realize when it's not your energy. And probably, damn, I done ran out of weed. That's the problem. I'm about to go roll up these roaches and go talk to this energy out here in this goddamn grass. What the hell is going on? Fucking tripping. Motherfuckers want me to be angry or they want me to lash out and you know, I'm over that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm looking at, can you control dreams? And what role does emotions play in your dreams? That's what I was just looking at here, okay, y'all? What role does emotions play in your dreams, right? And can you control your dreams? Fuck yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, when your frequency field has been attacked, you got to do a little bit of shadow work there, right? You got to build your energy back on up, but you be all right. You be all right. All right, so now let's pull on this oracle deck on out here. I'm also looking at 222 or 2222. Shay, bring it through. I know that's right. What a frequency. Look at that. What a frequency there. Trust the process. Practice your patience. Maintain peace and harmony. This is about duality and balance. And also a partnership is coming in. I know that's right. And I'm going to say it again. Something about July. Something about not just my solar return. Look, I am a Leo, so I'll be like, don't forget my shit. But no, I'm dead ass serious. Something about the month of July this year. Something about July, y'all. All right, so let's get this oracle deck on now here. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Let's see where this is going to go. Get your notebook and your pen out. Ashe. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. I want to laugh. I'm laughing, but I don't know what I'm laughing at. I don't know what I'm laughing at. Y'all hear that? It sounds like something knocking. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay. In my house, they hanging up stuff down. Okay, I know what it is. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was about to leave y'all. Like, hold on. And again, I'm hot. I'm a fire sign. All right, what's going on with the oracle messages? Let's get into it. Knocked again because I had to knock again. I forgot. All right. Tornadoes. I'm looking at tornadoes here. Okay. First message coming out is something about tornadoes. Tornadoes is representing. Ooh, archons is next. God damn. Tornadoes is coming to the archons. I'm going to read y'all both. So, powerful force of transformation. Remember, we're also talking about gang stalking as well. Keep that in mind. So this is a powerful force of transformation that is needed and it's abruptly happening. Restoration, destruction to construction and their builders. God damn. I need to get that on a shirt. Destruction to construction and their builders. Whoo! We're talking about turbulence here. It's time to face the fear. Quick and swift changes are coming like a whirlwind of karma here. Confront the chaos. The tornadoes are here. Ashe. Ashe. That's beautiful. Second one, archons then came out. Let me read to you. They vary upon the layers of illusions, different sectors, different names, wardens, okay? Keeping those in prison, imitation of higher truths and false wisdom. 7 classical planets. Moon, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. They all govern fate, distort time. What up, Chronos? Distort desire and thoughts. They are infectious. They mirror power in crude material forms. They are systemized forces, cogs in machinery of ignorance. Spheres of archons guard the soul's journey after death. Fear, lust, vanity, anger, endless treadmill of consumption is what they feed off. Okay, so you got archons in the energy here, and that says part 2. I got part 1 over here, right here. Hold on. So part 1. So somebody been taking dirty offers here. Okay, somebody's been taking dirty offers in regard to this gang stalking here. Don't forget we're opening up portals. Every time we're opening portals here. It's dependent upon your realization and your truth. Right? Where are you at? Damn, the archons done rolled out on me. Alright, but they are a source of light. Cosmic mistakes, okay? Hold on, let me make sure I keep them up there because they got to go in the trunk and get locked up. Okay, so the first 2 we got out here is tornadoes, okay? And then we got your archons out here that's trying to govern someone's fate through this gang stalking here. Ooh, but tornadoes is here. Let's see what else is going on. 222 is out here. Trust that process. Practice your patience, okay? Smile for the camera. Now click, click, all right? That's the main character energy. That's what we on. Next one coming out. You got an executive order coming out. Youngkin. What up, Youngkin? Your bitch ass. Governor Youngkin. His office announced that he is signing the executive order 52. And that was last year there. He signed that motherfucker where he was able to have control over 33,000 trust accounts. Right? 33,000 trust accounts. And how they do that is they try to they don't try. They have things like what's it called? Senior citizen homes. And that's what the executive order was about. Nursing homes. That's what that was about. Executive Order 52. If you in Virginia, look it up. All right. If you're not, look it up. You got your notebook and your pen out, right? So now we got this coming out here. And this is talking about Caracol Television, Colombia. This is falling under tornadoes here. We also have focus on your root chakra. Focus on your root chakra here because the archons They were attacking your root chakra, and for some, even your sacral womb is so precious. Focus on your root chakra. It's your first energy center. It's going to help you with stability, your grounding, that color red. You know what I'm saying? Emotional resilience, physical, mental, spiritual health. It's very safe and secure. It's at the base of your spine here, okay? Confirmation, we'll take it. Under this Governor Youngkin's office that announced he signed an executive order, it's time to recognize their tactics in order to resist temptation, and you must rely on divine strength. That's what it's saying. Pay attention to their tactics here, okay? All right, beloveds, what's up, y'all? All right, so under here, we're under this first storyline, or we just doing portals here. But this is portal number 7 that's coming out here. It's coming under the tornadoes and that Caracol Television Columbia. We're going to look that up in a little bit, but Snake Envy is coming out here. Oh my gosh. Remember, in regard to gang stalking here, okay? So if I'm looking at things like this, Caracol, Columbia Television, I'm going to take in mind, okay, they're using some type of networking, television networking here, all right? To use a lot for their gang stalking. And it's a snake in that energy, of course, right? But they're envious, right? That snake, it represents envy there. They're very envious. Damn, look who else came out. Wrath. Look at this. All this from gang stalking. The Lion came on out. Intense righteous indignation against sin, evil, and injustice. Natural consequence of violating divine law. The wrath of God. Holy response to protect goodness and prompts repentance. Divine judgment. God damn. The gang stalkers are now being stalked by the gang. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, wow. Here come pride. Here come pride. Look at this. Look at pride coming out. So it's falling under Youngkin ass and recognizing their tactics, okay? Pride. Subtle, dangerous form of arrogance where individuals, confirmation, feel superior due to their perceived holiness, spiritual gifts, or religious knowledge. They compare and they judge. They use harsh criticism. They are defensive and vain. They boast their ego. They show off. They ignore counsel and they assume superiority. God damn. Portal number 10. That was portal number 9 too. Talk about death and rebirth. Portal number 10 coming out here. The last moon, the last quarter moon is when you should be preparing for new projects and hobbies, because that's what the gang stalkers are doing. During the last quarter moon, they are preparing for new projects and hobbies. So you could be using that last quarter moon to, I don't know, cleanse, spiritual cleanse. You know what I mean? Prepare for your new projects and hobbies, right? Build your energy and frequency field up. Go out and ground a little bit more, right? Go out there, and while they're moon harvesting, you go out there and you moon harvesting in a different aspect, right? Or you could shoot thoughts and ideas out there for them to grasp and eat on, and then watch that shit eat them away like I do. I'm just saying. Have fun with the shit, beloved. You dig? They want to fucking eat and feast. Give them something to eat and feast off of. All right. So now we're going to pull on portals. Where we at? 11, 12, and 13 is getting ready to come out in regard to the oracle deck and the oracle messages. And also in regard to what? The gang stalkers who are now being stalked by the gang. I love it. What's this? You're associated with a different plane. You're associated with a different planet here. And that's what is causing this wrath. Remember that wrath is falling under the wrath. These archons, they were attacking your root chakra, the ego. They wanted you to be all up in your ego there, right? But look at you, emotional resilience. I fuck with you. Because you're associated with a different plane. You're not from their planet, right? They created the planet. We're destroying the planet, the net that kept the plane within the fucking net. Anyway, confirmation. Over here in this, because a lot of people will make you want to sound like you fucking crazy and shit. I ain't fucking crazy. Let's see what's going on over here. What's you? Something about Phil Schneider is under judgment. Deep underground military bunker systems. Phil Schneider, due to their pride, they are under judgment here. Working with Governor Youngkin and shit, signing that Executive Order 52. We recognize your tactics, all right, in order to resist your temptation. And we rely on the divine strength. Fuck your pride. The fuck is wrong with y'all? So Phil Schneider is under judgment. 13th and final message before we do a little bit more research in regard to the Caracol Television, Columbia, and Phil Schneider ass on out here. Unless y'all did some research there, comment below. Then that way I ain't got to waste no more time. I can just read your comment there. Teamwork make the dream work, baby. Oh, that ain't nothing flip over there. We're going to put all that back. All right, give me the 13th and final message. Make it clear and concise in regards to these gang stalkers that's now getting stalked by the gang. Again, if they want to feed off of you, you got to come up with a tactic to give them something to eat. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? All right, come on now. Let's see what's going on here. 13th and final message, divine and spirit. Talk to us. Hollywood got Holly weird. Hollywood got Holly weird. Okay? 13th and final message in regards to the gang stalking. Hollywood got Holly weird. All right? In Canada. I'm looking at Canada too. Something about Canada. Hollywood got Holly weird. All right. Let's see. Where we at? 4610. 4610. Let me see. Let's see. We got Caracol Television real quick. And then we're going to pull on Phil Schneider. Give me a second, y'all. And then I got a song that I'm going to read some lyrics to you from. Caracol Television. Columbia. Caracol Television, Columbia. It's a Colombian free-to-air television network owned by Caracol Medios, a unit of Group Valerum. It is one of the leading private TV networks in Colombia, alongside Canal RCN and Canal 1. So it's one. All right, keywords. It's one of the leading private TV networks. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for keywords when we start decoding shit. So, for example, divine and spirit through this portal on our head, it was like boom, right? And that's falling under tornadoes right in between snake and last quarter moon. So what that's telling me is that in regard to gang stalking, that there is a leading private TV network that is getting ready to receive tornadoes here, right? A powerful force of transformation, because it's needed, because they were a snake. They were in envy and regard. They were envious of you and your power. They were a snake, okay, in regard to gang stalking. And they was using the last quarter moon here to prepare for new projects and hobbies. That's how I would read that. Now let's get over here to Phil Schneider ass, because his ass under judgment too. Phil Schneider, bring that ass here. I guarantee you it got something to do with a goddamn underground, deep underground military bunker system. All of their ass is under judgment. Phil Schneider under judgment. I'm going to put it just like I wrote it. Shit, who is Phil Schneider? Phil Schneider. Oh, he already gone. Let me, hold on. Phil Schneider, and I'm going to put military just to see military. If that, because I got Phil Schneider is under judgment. Oh, yeah. So Phil Schneider was a U.S. government geologist and engineer. Y'all fucking engineers. Y'all in some shit. Who was involved in the construction of deep underground military bases known as DUMBs, deep underground military bases. He was assassinated by a U.S. intelligence agency for disclosing the truth about the U.S. government covering up of UFOs and aliens. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Maybe you was one of them whistleblowers. Huh. Phil, what up, Phil Schneider? What's up, man? Yeah, he was a whistleblower for sure. But see, you only become a whistleblower when you know. I mean, you was already involved, Phil. It's probably why you're under judgment, beloved. All right, so let's see. We found out who Phil Schneider is. We again, I knew it. It had something to do with the deep underground military bunker systems. Remember, trust the process. 222 is out here. 2222 is also out here. Hollywood got Holly weird. I forgot where I was going with this, but it's okay. Now we're gonna pull on poetry for Neanderthal real quick before we tap into the song and before we pray. All right, so poetry for Neanderthal. Let me flip the camera real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right, so these three games is the cards that I pull out of here. We pulling on poetry for Neanderthal, incoherent, and buzzed. Okay, you never know where you're gonna get a message from to decode. The ice cream man is outside too, so ice cream. I mean, the key term, ice cream, is under judgment. Let's get into it. Talk about gang stalking. All right, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Poetry for Neanderthal. You already know we want something that we could decode here. Shay, let's see what's going on here in regard to the gang stalking now. It's a hunting party. I told you, the gang stalkers are now being stalked by the motherfucking gang, and it's a goddamn hunting party. And Divine Spirit said you could put them bitches on a paper plate. We don't give a fuck. Plate them up. We must feast. Ha! Since they wanted to have a hunting party. Oh, man. Woo! Starting off good. You know I get excited about it. In regard to the gang stalkers, give us three more. Give us three more. What's you? Come here. Bring your ass here. Ah! Divine and Spirit said, hey, batter. It's a rundown on their ass. I love it. Woo! I'm sweating, y'all. Let me calm down. I can't help it, though. Y'all do it to me every time. Woo. Yes. The gang stalkers are being stalked by the gang. Ooh, come here. All y'all, come here. Come here. All right, so we got more than four here. Something about a salad bar. A bar or a salad bar and a forklift could be relevant. Stick a fork in them, they're done. But this is taking a turn. Something about a salad bar here. The bar, a bar. Talk to me, Divine and Spirit. Something about a bar. The salad bar. A tutor, a math tutor could be involved here. With the gang stalking here, all right? A pool or a pool noodle. Whatever it is, they going to the dog house, right? The dog saw it all. They're going to the dog house. A belt loop. They kept everybody on a continuous loop, right? They're going to the dog house here. The belt loop is very relevant here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang it, I need 4 more, Divine Spirit. Give me 4 more. Y'all know my numbers, 4, 9, or 13. Give me 4 more. Okay. Somebody about to have a surprise birthday party, or there was a surprise birthday party to keep everybody on a hamster wheel, right? The wheel of fortune is no longer fortunate. Something about, oh my gosh, this might be 13, y'all. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here goes 7. Somebody might like coffee or instant coffee. The shoelace. Pay attention to the shoelace. At the surprise birthday party, pay attention to the shoelaces. Okay? This is in regard to gang stalking, folk. Okay? Or the shoe. It's very relevant. The shoe. Instant coffee. Coffee. You might like instant coffee. Next one coming out. There's a thumb war. But not the thumb that you're thinking about. We're talking about the thumb drive. There's a thumb war. They're at war, right? And you need the thumb for the password. They need their thumb. This is going weird. And there's a belly dancer that was there. Or there's a special dance. But you need a thumb. The thumbprint. Or the thumb drive. It's the thumb war. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Because they was roughhousing. The thumb drive is everything is on the thumb drive. Everything you need is on the thumb drive. They was roughhousing. It was rough in the house. Okay? And something about a picnic. The picnic basket. Okay? The picnic. Portal number 12 is hot chocolate or chocolate. But don't forget that fucking voicemail and that thumb drive. The voicemail, the thumb drive, their voice. It was very distinct. You can hear their voice. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. It'll reach out to somebody. And the 13th and final message here, we'll put this one back here, is you are the fact finder. And that is a fact. They study nothing but that lunar calendar, and all their calendars have collided. And that is a fact. Damn. Thank you, Poetry for Neanderthal. All right, let's get it buzzed. Let's get some buzz going out because you got gang stalkers out here. No, but the gang stalkers, a lot of them motherfuckers, they get a buzz out of stalking you, right? Or they buzzed. They fucked up somewhere. They done got high. They done got drunk. They buzzed. Okay, let's see what's going on in the energy. A buzz. Decode some shit, okay? Decode. We decoding. We using our brains now. Ashe. Let's get into it. Damn. Drink if you've cried in the past week. Everyone else, go hug them. Wait a minute, that was kind of fucked up. So the card says, drink if you've cried in the past week. Everyone else, go hug them. Okay, so somebody doesn't want to give somebody a hug, even if they've cried in the past week. Maybe because, what we looked up earlier was energy vampires, vampire energies, right? People that will just come up with sob stories just to get a reaction out of you, right? So somebody like, man, this nigga just cried in the past week. You go hug him, okay? So drink. Somebody's crying, and that's a confirmation. Somebody's trying to harvest someone's energy. It's my birthday too, 7/23. It's my birthday. Somebody's trying to harvest someone's energy with sob ass stories, and somebody else looking at them like, but you deserved it or you caused it. You know what I'm saying? And somebody else about to pay attention to that. Let's see what else is going on in this energy. Oh, damn. All right, so drink if you haven't eaten a vegetable today. So somebody's not eating their vegetables. Somebody didn't eat their vegetables, okay? Somebody might not like vegetables. That's not okay. Let's see what this says. Drink if you don't like kids. Damn. Somebody don't like kids, okay? So we're still in regard to gang stalkings. Keep that in mind, beloveds. This is still in regard to gang stalkings here, okay? Drink if you have more than 3 siblings. Okay, cheaper by the dozen. So somebody got a lot of kids, right? Or somebody has a lot of siblings and somebody else don't like kids. Okay? Somebody else is keep crying over shit that don't nobody want to hear. If you can breathe through your nose right now without sniffling, drink, and take this moment to appreciate that. Somebody's either crying or they coked up. I miss them days. Somebody's either crying or they done took some good ass coke here and they tripping because they're not taking the moment to appreciate that good shit. But yeah, somebody, all jokes aside, somebody either high or they crying because their nose is stopped up. Okay, their nose is stopped up and they can't breathe through their nose. Hopefully ain't nobody crying because they think they being gang stalked, right? What's that? 2, 4, 5. Here goes 6. Players with the name starting with L, I, G, M, or A must take a drink. So those initials could be relevant here with gang stalkers who are now being stalked by the gang. Keep that in mind. It's nothing that you need to do but let divine and spirit handle it, right? Don't go out there and start tripping, right? Just go ground yourself. Even if you peep it, be honored, right? Ground yourself. Don't give them that attention. It'll go away quicker than when you peeped it, all right? I do know that for a fact. All right, if you're wearing a watch or ring that tracks your fitness, jump around until you burn a calorie. Now take a drink to cancel it out. Somebody faking about their fitness journey, right? They got this whole fitness tracker shit on, and they probably got a whole website and shit, and they jumping around and burning a calorie, and then they're gonna go take a drink, meaning alcoholic drink or something like that. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Portal number 8 is drink if you got your license on your first road test. Somebody know how to drive real good out there. Somebody on the road. Somebody on the road here. Yeah. Somebody on the road. Ninth portal for buzzed is drink if you're wearing perfume or cologne and you still smell like that. So somebody fucking stink. Okay? Somebody trying to cover up and see energy. That's another thing y'all got to realize. Energy never lies. I don't give a fuck what kind of perfume, cologne, oil you put on. If your fucking energy ain't clean, that shit is gonna stink. Somebody stink. They energy. They ain't clean. They butthole, they coochie, they dick dripping. They ain't clean. They ain't clean. But they trying to wear perfume and cologne, and everybody still smell them. Y'all ain't right because you ain't telling them they stink. You at least tell them. I tell them. You know, I be like, hey, hold on, excuse me. I don't mean to be rude, but you know, I don't want nobody else to say nothing to you, but it's like a little smell or something that you might get offended if somebody else said it. I don't know how I would say it, but I would say it. I would damn sure say it. All right, so we got incoherent here. Incoherent. What?
I'm gonna start a business.
I'm on live, and all right, my daughter Gary started a business. What's the name of the business?
Made chunks. If you like
Made chunks. If you like cornstarch,
arrowroot, anything like that, book with me all. Scented and all flavor. I got you.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. So in incoherent, you have 3 topics. You got pop culture, you got party, and you got what's this called? Spicy. It's called spicy. Okay, it's called spicy. So you should already be 18 or older, and you should have a mature mind. We're getting ready to get a storyline out of incoherent. That means somebody is incoherent, whether they're drunk, whether their mouth is tied up, whether you can't understand them. It's like they speaking gibberish. You like, what the hell? And if you don't know American Sign Language, shout out to King Ron. I just subscribed to your channel. If you don't know American Sign Language, your ass is grass, okay? So you got somebody out here that's trying to tell you something, but you can't understand. For example, what does this say? So within this read, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you the card like this, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it says. So it says it doesn't fit, meaning it's too big, like trying to parallel park a big car into a small space. So somebody got a big dick and it don't fit. This is a spicy card, okay? It doesn't fit. But we're going to put that to the side because we ain't not. All right, so thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Now that we've caught up the divine collective consciousness, or even some of you out here that's gang stalking and you on the channel still gang stalking. What up? How you doing? Welcome to the energy. How you lasting? Incoherent. Hey, let me know if I'm right on my reads on y'all ass too. Y'all gang stalkers. Sounds about right. Let me know. Comment below. Ashe. All right, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, who we got? What's the first runner up? Somebody got a partner in crime. Your other half. Someone who knows when you're in the middle of an elaborate lie and they go along with it. So somebody got a partner in crime. Barton or Rink Rhyme. A partner in crime. Damn. Both of them going down. God damn it, Bobby. Look at what I'm looking at. They both about to be homeless. Partner in crime. God damn, what's going on? This is in regard to gang stalking here, okay? What's this? Come here. All right, so we got 4 portals out here. We can leave it at 4, but we about to see where this is going. So somebody got a partner in crime. And somebody else is watching WWE somersault tackles. The one thing Donald Trump, Logan Paul, and The Rock have in common. Now, those 3 names is on this card for a reason, right? So we have gang stalkers in the energy. And I'm looking at Donald Trump, Logan Paul, and The Rock. They could all be gang stalkers, or they could be getting stalked by the gang. Okay? But somebody else got a partner in crime. And it could be those three. It could be Donald Trump, Logan Paul, and The Rock that has a partner in crime. Of course they fucking do. But they all are experiencing somersault tackles. They about to be home. They homeless. Okay? They homeless. Let's see what else is going on here. Spicy coming out. Oh my God. So no nut November. Uncommon month. An annual challenge where participants test how long they can resist opening an incognito window. No nut November? What? Somebody ain't getting nothing in November. Cereal, no milk in November. Yes. Yes. Or this happened in November? Uncommon month? Wow. All right, so now we got, I don't know what the fuck that say on y'all end. It absolutely don't say what it says. Flatulence. Somebody farted. All right. You're gassy but trying to sound proper. Ooh, that sound like me. That sound like it hit home. That hit who? You're gassy but trying to sound proper. So somebody got a fart. Somebody dealing with flatulence here. Okay. Wait. Okay. That's 4 for incoherent. We got buzzed already out here, and we did poetry for Neanderthal. All right, y'all. We got some initials that came out during that read. Let me see. Today's prayer. Here we go. I got today's prayer coming on out. Oh, the song. My bad, y'all. The song. All right. So, recently I've been liking to look up the lyrics to songs here. Okay. So I got this song that came out in regard to gang stalking. I'm trying to grow up and be more organized here. So this one is called Every Breath You Take by the Police. Okay. So when I first heard this song, I thought it was like a romantic song. I ain't gonna lie. And then I'm reading the lyrics. So hear me out. Every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Since you've been gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. I look around, but it's you I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. I keep crying, baby, please. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take. All right, but pretty much that's where I'm going with that. It's a little possessive because that's how it is. That's how you got to read this shit. All right, everything how we was taught, they put a frequency and a melody to it, and you think it's a good song and shit. This is a gang stalking song, goddammit. You can't tell me this motherfucker wasn't stalking somebody. Whether it was for love or whatever, that's stalkish. I was reading it kind of harsh, but I had to read it like that because that's where my mind took me. All right, so now let's get a prayer on out here. Then I'm gonna read over the comments because I like for divine and spirit to know where these messages are coming from. And remember, we don't give a damn what handle you use, beloved. We know energy. The fuck. You got a lot of people in here that like to come up with handles and names and different accounts and dumb shit like that. Man, we know exactly. Speaking of gang stalkers, so this is coming from Matthew chapter 6, verse 14. Listen to me clearly. If you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Okay? Forgiveness, beloveds. Forgiveness. Right? Let divine take care of it. Let divine, the spirit, take care of it. Learn how to work with the spirits that are around you so you can redirect them to go feast. They hungry. They want to eat so bad. Yes, they are, and they're proud of you too. A lot of them are there observing you. Yeah, you being gang stalked by a lot of energies, a lot of spirits. They are fascinated by you. They just can't they just can't believe this shit. I'm trying to tell you, right? They've waited centuries for this type of frequency to be here, right? So embrace it. Embrace it. And yes, you're going to go through several initiations. And yes, you're going to go through several ascensions. Yes, it's never over, right? But it's worth it. I can guarantee you that. All right, all right. So now where are we at with it? We did our song, yeah. Whatever's going on, they're gonna end up homeless. Keep fucking around with you. They already homeless. The home, they are homeless. All right, let's read these comments, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna say my prayer. If you know your own prayer and you have your own prayer, of course you're gonna say that prayer when it's time to pray. All right, and we cut, burn, and end all these cords that we pulled out. Ashe. All right, y'all. So while y'all look over this, I'm gonna go ahead and read over these comments, and then we're gonna pray. All right. The Jai Oracle, what up? The Jai Oracle says, "Hi, sweetie. What up, the Jai Oracle? What up, y'all? How y'all doing? All right, Heidi K. What's that? WEI. Oh, Heidi, K we it 4081 said hi. What up, Heidi? How you doing? Connie Turner 572 said, let's go, sis. Star, let's go. We got Oshun Messenger 1010. Put up the laughing emojis with the hearts. I be tripping. And in fact, we be tripping. This is divine collective energy. David _Michael _D9 Taurus said hi. What up, David? How you doing? Oshun Messenger said the following. Yep. Daggum projections, getting on my nerves, laugh out loud. That 2222, right? The 4 2s. I love it. Trust that process, right? We working on that patience. We practicing that. And we're maintaining our peace and our harmony for that duality and that balance. Christina, Tabo, 5750 said hi. How you doing, beloved? Oh, it's Christian. Is it Christian? Atabo? Is it Christian Atabo? Right? Whoever you are. Hey, how you doing? Ocean Messenger came back on with the peace and love. Hey, back at you. You dig what I'm saying? And that darkness because of dark matter. And then we got that confirmation on the tornadoes. I love it. Ashe. The best always retracted that message. Hopefully you came on back in, beloved. At Good Luck Givers, Taker said that was so good. Ashe, that's what we do. Hey, this is a package. Divine collective energy. You understand that? Pringles, Death, Dash. Do that mean fuck? Fake? Oh, is that fake? Pringles, Dash, Fake said, did anyone ever tell him crime don't pay? I don't know, but they act like they getting paid off of that shit, and they probably did. Hold on. Stay right there with me, Quincy. I'm going to read you. They probably did get paid off that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what the energy of money is so miraculous, because everything that they've ever gained, whether it was a Bitcoin, an acid, a dark coin, money, whatever it was, our energy is all being siphoned back. Man, just watch the transformation. Love you, money, the energy of money. She is so beautiful and powerful. All right, so Quincy Valentine C50 says right now, and somebody going to prison for possession of pills and fentanyl. It sure is. For prostitution, gang stalking, murder, for higher treason, illegal possession of government funds, mortgage, fraud, and stealing. Yeah. Hey, Quincy ain't lying. Hey, Quincy. Now that's what I like. I like to read shit like that. Hey, Quincy. Hold on. Quincy, where you at? Salute. Salute, Quincy. I appreciate that. Pringles. Fake said, a little possessive. Yeah, I was. Look, the way you say the song is terrible. That's why I ain't sing it. You should hear my singing voice, Pringles. Oh my goodness. It was way worse. But I said it that way on purpose here. And then we got Tracy Hunter 7585 that said, hi. What up, Tracy? How you doing, beloved? How you doing? And what up, Wendy Williams? I ain't stealing your how you doing, but I used to watch you all the time. So what up, Wendy? How you doing? All right, so listen. With that, the way I was saying that song, I said it that way on purpose so it could seem aggressive, so that we can take our mindset out of how we've been taught to view, hear, see, taste, feel anything. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know. I'd be weird. But anyway, let's go ahead and let us pray. All right, y'all. We ready? Deep breath in. Hold it. Release. We rebuke all spells, all rituals, and all castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, on all planes, and on all dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are all connected to spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and etherically. They are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever was sent to us and then is sent back to its source because we are already sovereign and we are already free. Any agreements and any contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are already cut. They are already ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly, divine collective. I know that I am sovereign. Divine collective. I know that you are sovereign. Divine collective. I know damn well that the thing that they are most afraid of is that together in consciousness, together, we are sovereign. That means power. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. Divine collective, it is done because we've already won. And so it is. Ashe, 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 ashe. And so it is. All right, y'all. So make sure you say your prayer, right? Make sure you say your prayer. Make sure you say your prayer. Or make sure you say a prayer. But whatever prayer you say, make sure you say it with conviction, right? Make sure you're not on your knees being submissive. The spirits, they don't like that shit. We was taught wrong. I don't want to take your own word for it. However you do it, you do it. But I'm telling you, don't be submissive, right? They don't like motherfuckers begging, all right? They don't like it. So whatever you do, say your prayer, or you can say my prayer every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. I probably done flooded the algorithm today because I was like, damn, how I go from 1,000 to 999, little ADHD moment. But every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, you'll catch a video on my channel, right? If you don't got a prayer, you'll always have a prayer within my channel, right? So much love, much peace, much light, but especially the darkness because of dark matter. If nobody told you today, it's kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucked up. But let me go ahead and tell you that I love you. 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 Now you want to make sure you say your prayer in increments, repetitions of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your vision, your manifestation, or your dream come alive. All right. As always, it's been my pleasure. Like Chick-fil-A. Make sure confirmation time to go. Make sure y'all come back on. All right. A little bit later. I might not, but I don't know. I might do, but I love y'all. All right. Peace. Restore.